Hello everyone, this is the online store World of Halots. Today we will talk about accessories for Garmin Echo Sounders. The video will be interesting for both current owners of these devices and those who are considering this brand for themselves. You will already understand what to put in the order right away to avoid paying for shipping unnecessarily. We will break it down by series. I don't see the point in going through the models. In some cases, of course, I will highlight specific models. Let's start with the more entry-level series and move up to the professional one. The first series we have is the Striker Plus. Here, one thing you should definitely buy is a protective cover. Many people buy this series to test their first Echo Sounder, and they use it for 2 to 3 years before selling it if needed. The cover will protect the front part of the device itself, and when selling it, this will be valued. You won't sell it for so cheap. Therefore, the cover is very necessary. If the standard length of the sensor is not enough for you, you can always extend it. Regarding the mount, sensor mount, the package already includes the mount. It is a built-in mount, but not everyone is satisfied with that. Many buy a removable mount or clamp. Here, one needs to be careful. If you have an ND boat, the mount should be curved at the bottom so that the sensor does not hit the bottom of the boat, particularly the inflatable bottom. And here, be careful when purchasing a mount. The next series we have is the Echo Map Plus. This is already a more functional model. So, what could one possibly acquire here? The cover is generally available for all models except for one, which is the 42CV. It must be purchased separately. This series includes the NMEA 2000 network, and if you wanted to, for example, connect a fuel sensor or retrieve data from the engine, you would need to purchase an NMEA 2000 cable. You can also connect a heading sensor to it. For example, as a simple example, when you turn on the navigator, it sometimes loses signal and spins left and right. The same will happen while fishing. That is, you set your position, but then you get moved a bit and you lose your reference point. You can see it on the Garmin, but you don't understand exactly where to cast. The direction sensor will help you with this. You can also connect the wind speed sensor to this series if needed. Additionally, it might be interesting to purchase a map. A map of either the whole of Russia or your region will be available. It will include a terrain map with depths. That is, if your goal is to avoid running aground and so on, it would be better to purchase a map right away. Additionally, you can connect it with the Echo Map Plus. In the 72 and 92 models, you can connect the Panoptic sensor. It provides scanning, like in real time. That is, you can see the movement of the fish directly. You can see the fish and observe how your lure moves and how the fish reacts. This is relevant for people who want to gain a deeper understanding of fish behavior and also test their lures to see how the fish respond. Well, and probably to diversify your fishing. It's actually quite an interesting sight when you see something like that. I think that if you try it, you'll only want to use it. By the way, you can connect something very interesting to this series. Well, not the entire series, but specifically the models M72 and M92, you can connect a black box, so to speak. This is the GV20 and GT34 sensor, the transducer itself, and the sensor itself. The example you see now shows on the left side a regular traditional sensor, and on the right side you see the black box. Why is it so clear? The answer is simple. A frequency of 1200 is already being used here. Because of this, everything is shown much clearer, without those unnecessary interferences. So if you would like to upgrade your device, the black box will help you with that. I completely forgot to mention, the Hammock Ultra is on its way now. It's a new model. You could say it's part of a series. The Panoptics converter is already present there. This means that you will only be able to buy the LVS12 sensor itself, and basically you will have everything, meaning you will observe all of this in real time. Well, we will make a separate video about this series as soon as it arrives at our warehouse. I really hope it will be either in May or June. The video will definitely be made, so subscribe if you are interested in this series. And by the way, there's a new product out now. Well, I don't know if it's been out for a long time or recently. There's a kit called the Winter Panoptics. It includes 2 sensors, a regular winter sensor and the Panoptics. Just imagine, you're sitting by the hole and seeing everything in real time. How the fish reacts, whether it's there or not. And this is much more interesting than if it were some underwater camera. Next is the GPS map series. Here we have the 700 and 8000 series. Yes, that's what it is. They are more well, let's say not cold. After all, they are multifunctional displays and you can connect a lot of things to them. That is, there is a radar, AIS, a radio for observation, and autopilot. This means that all of this can be connected to more serious vessels without any problems. Additionally, a wind sensor and panoptics can also be connected. In other words, basically all the accessories that are present can be connected there. By the way, this series can already be connected to a through-hull sensor. That is, if you cannot install a regular transom sensor, you can simply purchase a through-hull sensor for this series and install it correctly in your yacht, for example. Additionally, a 9-axis direction sensor can also be connected. This will also be relevant to the autopilot, definitely. What else is probably the most important? This applies to all series. It is a protective film for the display because hands are dirty, water gets on the screen, and there is sand which causes these small scratches that are quite unpleasant. By the way, we will also make another video a little later where we will apply the matte film and see if it reflects glare or protects against it. We will definitely make the video, but a bit later. Regarding what else could be purchased, it's the shelf for cold storage, meaning we place the display on top and the battery below. Everything is somewhat in order, but the cold storage is lying around underfoot. If you liked the video, be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. If you have upgraded something or created some kind of know-how, definitely write in the comments. Beginners will find this interesting and we will find it interesting too. Maybe you have come up with some kind of visor for the display to prevent the sun from interfering. Let's see, maybe the film will be enough to reduce glare. That's all for the next episode. Bye-bye. By the way, feel free to ask questions in the comments and give us a call. Bye-bye.